My name is Emily Wheeler. I am an instructor here at South Plains College. I've been involved with this program for nearly 20 years, actually over 20 years now. One of the things that I oversee is music theory. I teach Music Theory 1 and Music Theory 2, which is a really cool program of classes because we have non-traditional music theory. So I grew up with traditional music theory where I went to all of the traditional music theory classes and they were fantastic. I learned so much in them, but the goal and the aim of those theory classes was definitely to write 4-part writing for choirs, for orchestral music. And our music theory, while it covers a lot of similar content and information, does so with the objective of helping our students learn to write a number of different styles of music, to refine their capacity for writing country music or bluegrass music or R&B or rock or jazz music. And so the class has a lot of theory, but it is coupled with compositional ideas and assignments. So on paper it says music theory, but it's actually more like a music design class, music theory with the goal of designing music at a high level. Additionally, I work with the jazz students here. So I have a jazz ensemble. I oversee the electric jazz ensemble, and in that particular ensemble, students work on so many different skills, but mostly improvisational music. And so we learn the history of jazz music, swing jazz, bebop, hard bop, Latin, modal, fusion. We work on so many different styles of jazz and what performance practices are different and similar between those different styles of jazz, but all with the goal of being able to play that music that requires so much improvisation at a high level and how to communicate well with each other based off what we're hearing in the moment. My husband teaches here, Brent Wheeler. We have a duo together, and so we perform outside of school and also perform together a lot here for our students, with our students. And together we also have a group known as Cider Wave that includes Phil Smith, who is a drum instructor here, and also Mark Franson, who's a bass instructor here, and features vocalist Rachel Ure. We do a lot of recording and performing outside of school, but we are able to bring that group into the school from time to time and talk about and show how we rehearse, how we write, and things that we consider with our performances. When I visited this school for the first time 22 years ago, there was something I noticed right away when I stepped into the building, and that was just the energy that the students had and their attitude as they talked with each other. I've been to so many different music programs previously and have taught at different music programs, which were really great. But it was very true that in the other music programs that I either taught in and or visited, there was kind of a separation amongst the students based on what style of music they favored. So for students that were classical musicians, they kind of got pushed over and lived in their own little world, and jazz musicians got pushed over into their own little world. But when I stepped into this building, I could see that students who liked metal music or bluegrass or rock or praise and worship music or jazz music, they just sort of mixed so well together. And in fact, my first time here, there was a concert that was happening in Tom T. Hall that was a bluegrass concert, and it was just really cool to walk in and see and hear these bluegrass students performing with what were clearly kind of rock students, metal students on the front row just digging it, right? I just loved the support, the lack of music snobbery that was present, and I sort of fell in love with that energy. There were lots of reasons, I think, why this school was really appealing to me, but that was a big one. That was so impactful. And after I took the job and moved here, it was no different. And in fact, I think every year I've been here, it's been the same, where the students are just excited about music. And it helps me feel so motivated when I come to work to know that I'm working with students that are just little sponges. They're not big music snobs. They maybe do have certain styles of music they favor, things they want to pursue, certainly in music, but they're just really open to everything. They want to learn what they can about all styles, all players, and take from that knowledge what would be helpful to them as performers.